Hello viewers, this is a video of how I installed the cylinder head and cams on my engine as per the manual. Check that you have installed the cam chain guide before installing the head. On my first attempt, I got all the way to the end and realized that I forgot to install it, so had to undo everything and start all over again. Ensure the two dowels are installed between the cylinder head and cylinder block. Some oil on the threads. Tightening the bolts as per the sequence in the manual, initially on a lower torque setting. Positioning the crankshaft so that pistons 1 and 4 are at top dead center. Before installing the exhaust cam, ensure the cam chain tensioner is positioned all the way to the top. This provides maximum slack on the chain, making it a little bit easier to get the chain onto the sprocket. This part is quite fiddly, trying to get the sprocket to align with the cam in the correct position. Once you have the position, you install one bolt to secure the sprocket to the cam. You'll know when the exhaust camshaft is in the correct position, as the cylinder 1 cam lobes will face the spark plugs. Also, the two punch marks will be level with the top of the cylinder head. Installing the outer 4 bearing caps, just finger tight at this time. Also ensure you have the dowels installed under each bearing cap. When installing the tacho bearing cap, you need to make sure the gears on the tacho drive mesh with the camshaft using some small pliers like I just did there, just to make sure it's engaged. Rotating the crankshaft 360 degrees, which rotates the cam 180 degrees to get the second bolt to secure the sprocket onto the camshaft. Tighten up the second sprocket bolt to the recommended torque. Rotate the crankshaft another 360 degrees and tighten up the sprocket bolt that was installed first. Tighten up the 4 bearing cap bolts to the recommended torque setting. Again, position the crankshaft so that pistons 1 and 4 are at top dead center. Install the intake camshaft. Notice the sprocket on this camshaft has already been tightened up. Ensure that punch marks line up between the two camshafts. This can take several attempts, rotating the intake cam 1 tooth at a time to ensure that it's correctly lined up. You'll know the intake cam is positioned correctly when the cylinder 1 cam lobes also face towards the spark plug. Installing the 4 bearing caps just finger tight at this stage. Tightening up and then applying the correct torque pressure to all the bolts. The chain tension between the two cams is quite loose at the moment. For ease of installation, we can adjust the chain tensioner at the front of the engine . And locking the chain tensioner when done. Installing the 4 inner bearing caps. also installing the oil pipe between the two cams and other little bits and pieces, not sure what they're called. There are two rubber caps to fit on the center two rear bolts, but I can't remember which way they go. The manual's not very clear. I'm also checking my PDF manual, which is also not very clear. In the end, I put them in like so. Not sure if they're right. If they're not, please let me know. Double checking the camshaft alignments with each other and also with respect to the crankshaft. I'm pretty happy with that.